Hello, welcome to my first video. This is so weird. I never thought I'd be speaking into or to a camera to an audience. This is interesting, but we will get used to it and I'll push through. So today's video is about achieving your 2019 fitness goals before 2020. And now I know you must be thinking, that's impossible, girl. We cannot achieve our fitness goals. We only have 4 months. But no, with some simple tips and steps, you can definitely be well on your way towards your fitness goals before 2020 January. So the first one is be realistic. There's no need to go from one extreme to the other or to crash diet or to completely cut out any junk food in your diet. It's not necessary at all because it's not sustainable and it's not realistic. Also, setting realistic goals means you're probably not going to lose 50 pounds by 2020. Now, it's possible to lose 50 pounds by then, but it's not sustainable, and realistically, you'll probably bounce back and gain more than you lost, which is not at all what your 2020 fitness goals want to entail. You want to shed the weight or gain the muscle, whatever your goal is, you want to reach that goal and then you want to sustain it and move forward. So the first one is be realistic. Small steps create major changes, and big steps end up making you take like 10 steps back, if that makes sense. The second point is to focus on building lifelong habits. I know you've heard this a million times, but just changing, making a quick fix for 3 months or 4 months, for example, in this case, is really not gonna make your fitness goals sustainable. And now I know a lot of people, they want to lose weight, for example. Usually people want to lose weight for an event, maybe for a wedding, for a graduation even. But making lifelong habits makes it so that you can sustain whatever figure is your goal figure forever. And you don't have to constantly every year go through, okay, so for these 4 months, unless you're bodybuilding, for these 4 months, I'm not going to eat any candy, and then I'll lose the weight, and then after you gain the weight, and then you just constantly have to go through that cycle. It is very hot in here. Sorry. But you constantly have to go through that cycle. It's not sustainable, and I think creating one habit at a time that you want to go further than just 4 months, just until 2020, is the way to do this. So think past 2020 to achieve your 2020 fitness goals. The third tip is to be honest. And I think being honest in the beginning of your journey, what your goal is, it's okay if your goal is, I want six-pack abs. Like, that's okay to have that goal. I just think to be honest about it. I think in this age right now, a lot of people in the fitness industry will say that's not a good enough goal, that's not enough to motivate you, and I don't think that's true. I think you just need to be honest with yourself about what your goal is and stick to that, and have that as your goal. Just having that as your long-term goal and making sure you're able to stick to it. And also being honest about what you are actually changing. If you're 5 weeks into your journey, and you're noticing, I lost a few pounds the first couple of weeks, but now I'm stagnant, it's probably not because you've plateaued. It's probably not because your metabolism is broken. It's probably because you're not being 100% honest about what you're doing. Maybe you ate more popcorn than you should have. Maybe you added more oil into your cooking. Maybe you skipped a few days at the gym. Whatever it is, whatever your fitness journey is entailing, you have to be honest about what you're doing and what you're not doing. And I think that's going to get you very, very far. The fourth point is create a fitness plan that's fun. You want to stick to something that you know you can stick to for long term, which is basically what the second point was, creating lifelong habits. You don't want to go to the gym if you hate the gym. You don't want to run if you hate running. So choose activities, choose foods that you like, something that makes you excited to continue this journey forever. It's kind of dramatic and existential, but it's true. You want to do something you want to do things that you enjoy, and if you don't enjoy it, you're going to do it. You might be able to do it for 2 months, maybe for a year or two, but after that you're going to fall off of it because you genuinely don't like it. That being said, try new things. If you haven't tried everything, you don't necessarily know what you like and don't like. You know, if I've never swam before and if I don't know how to swim, I can't say that that activity won't be great for me long term. I might swim for the first time and really enjoy it. And that goes for anything. So try new things and keep your exercises, keep your foods, keep everything fun so you enjoy doing it and enjoy this process. The 5th point is be specific. This kind of goes to a point I made earlier, but it's more specific. Be specific. Like the example I gave earlier, if your goals are to have 6-pack abs, or if your goal is to gain 5 pounds of muscle or lose 5 pounds of fat, write that goal down and make that your goal. Don't just say, I want to lose weight, I want to look better, I want to look good in a bathing suit. Make your goals very specific, so once you reach your checkpoints, like I do like weekly checkpoints or bi-weekly checkpoints usually. Once you reach your checkpoints, you're able to see, am I going in the right direction? Do I need to adjust something? So make your goals specific, write them down, and the second part of that point was to stick to it. Don't do your plan for 2 to 3 weeks, even though those might be checkpoints. Don't do your plan for 2 to 3 weeks and just be like, well, like, it's done, this is not working. Like, you've built up habits, some bad habits, over years, and it's gonna take years to fully, completely break them and mold yourself into a new person. So this fitness journey is a journey, it's long term. Definitely use checkpoints and goals along the way to keep you motivated, but if you don't see a change or the change in a week, but you see small ones, that's what you need to get basically addicted to and keep going with that. The 6th point and the final point, and I could not make this video without talking about it, but it's calories in versus calories out. Now, before you exit out of the video, I know it's very cool to now say your metabolism is broken, you don't need to watch what you eat, just eat healthy foods and it'll be fine. It is possible to overeat healthy foods, and that it is what it is. Calories in, calories out, if you don't know, is basically, a calorie is your energy source. So you burn a certain amount of calories a day, even if you're just sitting around. You burn a certain amount of calories when you work out, and the food you eat is the energy you're taking into your body. And if you want to lose weight, you want to burn more calories than you're consuming. And if you want to gain weight, gain muscle, whatever it is, you want to consume more calories than you're burning. And usually you want to do this in small increments so that it's sustainable over time. Like, for example, if I know the US goes by like the 2,000 calorie standard. So if you need 2,000 calories basically to stay at where you're at, you don't want to cut all the way down to 300 calories to lose weight. You know, you want to cut down maybe 500 calories, 600, maybe 700 calories. So that it's sustainable over time and that you're not crash dieting, which is essentially what that would be. But calories in, calories out is important because even if you start a new fitness journey that has more to do with working out, for example, and even if you change your diet, even if you're like, you know, I'm gonna take this salad, which is usually what people assume, but I'm gonna take this salad instead of this burger, or this fruit instead of these fries. Even if you do that, and you might initially lose weight because you are changing your lifestyle and you might be eating less because you're eating foods that have more volume, you're gonna hit a point where you plateau. And what that really is that you're not eating in a caloric deficit, or you're not eating in a caloric surplus if you're trying to gain muscle. I'm sticking to the losing weight because that tends to be what people want to do. So sorry about that bias. But my camera cut off. What was I saying? At the beginning of your fitness journey, if you're counting calories from the get, you'll know exactly what you're putting in your body and there won't be any question about it. And I honestly think counting at the beginning and counting throughout the whole journey just takes a lot of the confusion out of the process. Again, so let's wrap this up. Really just ignore the Instagram, usually fitness gurus or whatever it is about your metabolism being broken or you plateauing or you destroying your body. Count your calories, at least in the beginning, so you have an idea. I think also just having an idea of what a portion size is helps out a lot. And of course, eating nutritious foods will always trump eating more or like unhealthier foods, or bad foods. There aren't really bad foods. So just eating whole foods, eating vegetables, eating foods that have a lot of volume, which tends to be vegetables and fruits, will definitely help you out during this journey. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I helped you out achieve your 2019 fitness goals before 2020. See you next time. Bye.